OMG, I'm coming. Hi. gotta love it, right? So, all right. I apologize for being late. Had to let my phone charge up because it was low. And I'm like, shit. Then I was having a hair moment because I took out my braids. And then I had like these miniature braids in. And I was like, that's not a good idea. So I took those out, redid it, redid the waxing. I make my own hair wax. It's all natural from beeswax, shea butter, has all the goodness in there. You're anointing your head and everything when you do your braids or your twist outs. So I was doing that, and then I said, well, my phone's got to charge up more because I don't want it to like fizzle out in the middle when I'm talking. So yesterday I did a video. What? Okay, I'll have to look at it. Okay. So yesterday I did a video and I was in the park and I was walking and there was some wind and some of the positions that I was doing in the video, you guys were getting like my nose and all. I was like, so I said, you know what? I'm going to redo that because that's just not cool. So I am really going to talk today. Is this going to be one of those videos that we're going to have some fun with? And today, so yesterday, after I was up at the park, I was walking around and I was just checking it out. And I got some amazing pictures of this cloud that was doing some weird stuff. So I'm going to put it in the community after I'm done teaching here today. But welcome to Be So Light. Welcome to BeSoLight.tv. Haven't loaded up the first video for Patreon just yet. So bear with me. I know you guys are so patient with me. But I changed everything over to BeSoLight.tv. So it's all connected to YouTube and Patreon. So anyway, let me get back to it. So I said, well, I need to go to World Market, go get me some tea light candles. While I was in there, I got my tea light candles, got my tea cookies. Then I got this. This is Day Rio Chai and Tea, the Black Rhino Cocoa. I was like, Black Rhino. Just add milk. Okay. Black tea, exotic spices, rich. So I said, well, let me look at the ingredients because this starts going into all the chemical stuff. I don't want it. So I look at the ingredients and it says sugar, cocoa, black tea powder, spices, and salt. Okay. And I was like, okay. Um, they support the black rhinos is critically endangered. Find out how you can help by visiting our website davidrio.com for the black rhinos. So they are in danger of extinction. So I bought this at World Market for $12.99, and it is really really good. I really really like it. Sorry about my lipstick. Um, it has a nice tea and chai. It's kind of like a dirty chai, okay? But without the heavy like coffee taste to it, but it's really good and smooth. So I mix it with some almond milk, and it's really really good. Okay, so let's dive into today's teaching. But before we do that, if you have any oil nearby, get yourself some oil. We're gonna tap in because today is Friday. Yesterday was a struggle for me. It really was. It was a struggle. Even trying to do that video was a struggle for me because yesterday was like I just wanted to be. I just wanted to um, stay in the bed. I wasn't feeling like I wanted to be out. And so I really was struggling to be in the moment because next month, in a few days, we're going to be in April. And this is the month that Deb passed away in when she had that aneurysm. And I feel myself, and I've been doing clearings, doing my codes, clearing it out because I was feeling myself getting in that energy of grief, loss. And I said, okay, these cords are coming up. I need to cut these cords and need to clear them out um, because it's a reminder of her passing. And I can't believe when we step into April in a couple days, that it's been a year that she's been gone. I'm like, it feels like it just happened like 6 months ago or something. Doesn't feel like a year. And I had another the astrologist that I was seeing for my chart and stuff, and we were working on it. She too had experienced her best friend passing away, and it was traumatic for her because it was like they were talking, and then she called to check in on her to see when they were going to meet up for dinner, and then the sister told her she died, and she was like, "What?" So she has been processing a traumatic release of someone in her life. And I kind of was looking at that like, wow, did all of us go through this? Like our besties were like ripped away from us in a really sudden way. Like to what? What are we supposed to be gaining out of that? So it was just traumatic. That's all I have to say about it. And my body is doing all of this response. So I'm going in doing the codes, going in clearing myself, and I'm allowing myself to allow whatever comes up, comes up. So I found myself yesterday doing things like even when I was out and I was walking and I was looking around, I was like feeling good about it, but still I was in this place of, oh God, can we just get over this crap? Can we just get to the next stage already? the Capricorn in me came out, and I'm all about rip the freaking band-aid off, stop spoon feeding us this stuff, and let's get to the next stage. So that's where I was in my mind. And then I saw that Erin Lyons had Huna on yesterday, and she was talking about how she was feeling. And I said, you know what? She lives out here in California. Hi, lovely. And I said, okay, so a lot of us in California are really experiencing that energy. We're having that feeling, that energy. So it's just kind of just be aware. The energy. This is nothing. Okay, I'm going to tell you like this. What we experience energetically with the lunar eclipse is nothing. When that solar comes in, and because they are getting ready to jack us up with CERN and be shooting protons and trying to get electrons to smash into each other, you know what they're trying to do? They are really, really trying to break the firmament before it's time. That firmament is not going to get broke by the so-called lower beings. It's going to be done by the most utmost high supreme being, the true creator. Okay? That true sun outside our firmament is going to be the one that shatters it, because I've had dreams about it. And B Down 1014 had a dream also about it, and he did a video about it. And I reached out to him and I said, oh, thank God, I'm not the only one that had a dream about it. I said I heard the cracking. I was walking and I could look up and I saw all this stuff coming down. And there were scenes where it looked like the whole top of the sky was like kind of like flames, but it wasn't like a fire. And I'm looking and I'm like, it's coming down. It's coming down. So I'm so grateful that B. Dell talked about that on his channel. You got to go check out his channel here on YouTube, B. Dell 1014. He has that information, and I told him, I said, thank you so much for talking about this, because this is what my dream was. And he was like, there you go. So pay attention to the dreams that are coming in, because I'm telling you, they already did that bridge thing in Baltimore. So I'm just wondering, what's the next bridge they're going to possibly target? Now, this is just my thought. Hi, lovely. This is just my thought, okay? But my chart, my natal chart, has it all written in there what I can see. I can see things. So a few months back, let's just take it back maybe somewhere around, not exact, somewhere around October, maybe September. It was kind of strange. It might have been during August. I have to double check. They were going to be working on certain highways around the Bay Bridge area here in California, around Bay Bridge, San Francisco, Oakland Bay Bridge, Bay Bridge stuff, Golden Bridge. So they were closing down certain highways, saying that you're not going to be able to go across this highway. You have to redirect yourself. I said, well, that's kind of odd. Why would you be working on the bridge and trying to patch up things? And I think we were getting ready to go into winter. And I said, that doesn't make any sense. Why are you closing all that? And I said, well, now I'm thinking about it. I said, well, wouldn't it just hypothetically, this is just a thought, this is my personal thought, wouldn't it just be interesting that they were doing something, putting things in place so that we could have some kind of catastrophic thing happen over here? because I do not put anything past the lower beings. Okay, I do not give them entitlement of anything saying the powers that be. I don't give them that. I call them the lower beings or the xenomorphs. Okay, so this is what time it is, and this is why you have to be aware of where you're going and be aware of crowds and stuff, because they just love that. They figure, oh, we got them all ready. Look at them, they're all running out to go be perfect. No, this is chess, super galactic chess. We are going to be the ones saying checkmate, not you, the lower beings. So I don't care no more. I just don't. And you know what? When we start doing the drums, and I know my team here, and I call everyone the family team of Be So Light. If you're here, you are a member, you subscribe to this tribe, you are going to be a part of the drums, okay? Because when I really sat with that, it was so beautiful what I was seeing. And it was just showing me the drums. When all of us are drumming, we're going to do this for 30 days. Every day, each one of us is going to send out a drum vibration every day for 30 days. We are starting on 4/4, okay? April 4th at 4:48 p.m. is the opening ceremony that I will open up this container, sacred space that all of us will be a part of, to do this drumming. We will drum for 16 minutes. Notice how I said 16 minutes. I didn't say 15 minutes like beautiful Shakira did her show in New York for 15 minutes on 3/26. And now her albums are like platinum. Yeah, she got it going on. But I love how she's using the diamonds. Okay, emerald, ruby, and sapphire. I love that. That shows the connection to the richness, the fulfillment of that. Love you, Shakira. So, when we start that drumming ceremony, it doesn't matter what time of day that you go in. If you make it in when I'm on live and you join in, there's going to be times where we just go. And if we go over that amount of time, it doesn't matter, because that means somebody else is going to join in at that time. But the main point is that we drum for 16 minutes. That's a 7. That is all about creation. That is all about divine. That is all about the supreme connection of the most utmost higher true God, the true creator. I don't even want to use God. I want to use creator, because God ties us into all these other ones that are not benevolent. They're not benevolent beings. So there are other beings who caused a lot of problems with us. We're done with that. Okay? I'm sorry. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I will put up all the information. Please check out the community section later on today. I'm going to show you some very unique cloud pictures that I got when I went walking around on that park area. And I just sat at this one chair and I watched this. And when I showed it to the little one looks at the picture and said, that looks like a big spaceship sitting up there and it's invisible. I was like, I look at her and said, oh, sucker. Now somebody's been hanging out with me too long. What? She goes, well, it does. I'm like, all right. Somebody's DNA is getting uplifted. I love it. So I'll put those pictures in, and then I'm putting the details about the drumming in the community as well as on my Priestess Makala 333.org that you can go to for my newsletters that I put over there. Okay. I will be hiding a lot of my not hiding, putting a lot of my info in different places so that you can get it. I will not always be trying to talk about it here on YouTube because, you know, the lower beings got problems with people's truth. So, but now since I know the secret how content creators that have all those millions of people following them and how they come on and they don't ever get messed with is because they have to follow an agenda. They go to these meetings and I'm like, oh, that's what's been happening. But yesterday, Sloan Bell, Sloan, Sloan Bell, the psychic. Oh my God. I guess she was feeling the energy too because she just went off. Somebody said something in her feed and she ripped them a new one. She tore into them. I was just cracking up. I said, "Oh my gosh, she doesn't care." We're all going to get to a place where you're going to stand in your truth and you're going to speak how you feel. And anyone that comes along and tries to just like do that, you're going to be like, then that person goes, I didn't see any more whatever wordings that this person was saying to her. It's like they just disappeared. I was just like, she laid into them. I mean, she went at it for like, I don't know. She was going. So today we're talking about the door. So remember how I told you I'm 58 years old, all right? And I'm not tech savvy. Now I need all y'all to pay attention to this, okay? You're coming online in a very unique way. You might not notice it right away, but it'll be real quick. This lightning bolt of energy will come through you. And it's like, kind of like how in the movie in the Matrix when what's her name says, I need a download for how to fly a B-14-17, whatever that plane was. I don't remember. And what's his name says, okay, hold on. He types it all in and she's standing there. Okay, let's go. You know, that's the kind of moments that we're having right now. So I'm sitting on my little floor and kitties next to me. And I'm sitting there writing out my notes and stuff. And I made this thought and I said, you know, I like how I put my thumbnails up, but I want to do something a little bit more, but I don't want all the hassle. It was like this. Take a screenshot of whatever you want that is free and enlarge it, save it, put it in your photos, then go in and upload it. And you can have anything that you desire. It was just like that. And I was like, I'm not good at screenshot. So because my phone is a Pixel 7, I used to be a Samsung, but I had problems on a Samsung trying to do screenshots. It wasn't as easy. On Pixel 7, it's easy to do screenshot, load something up and do whatever. It's like really easy. About the most easiest thing I've ever learned how to do on this phone. So I did it and it was like boom, boom, boom. So I went down a rabbit hole. So now I got all these different free pictures of things that I'm going to be doing very creative things with. So I'm really happy about I learned that. So this is why on this presentation you saw the doors, which is why we're going to talk about this. What is behind your door? Okay. We talked about giving yourself permission. I'm going to reiterate that and bring that in. Giving yourself permission to have what it is that you desire. Okay? Giving yourself permission to allow yourself to be the true creator of that and having that divine alignment with it when you give yourself permission to bring that in. A lot of times we don't give ourselves permission to have it. We say we want it, but our subconscious mind and super subconscious mind is not on the same page. That subconscious mind is going back to something that happened to you when you were younger that made you feel like you didn't deserve something. And it's still playing in the background somewhere. Oh, yeah, you want to have this, but deep down inside, I already know you're afraid of having that because something happened to you. Somebody told you you were never going to amount to anything. You were never going to have whatever. You're going to have to work hard for the rest of your life in order to get that. Things don't come that easy. Someone said something like that to you. Your subconscious mind took that, made a file, and stuck it back there. So now whenever you're really trying to bring something that is out of the box to you, to be successful on, to be creative on, there's this energy that comes along and says, but yeah, you don't really match with that, remember? So this is why you see on the thumbnails those doors. Which one of those doors is your true alignment door? Think about that. I gotta turn this heat on. Okay. Think about that. Which one of the doors is your true aligned door that will give you permission? Now remember on a few, I think it was about, I want to say it was around October, I did a video, and the dream, I really have to stop saying dreams because they're so surreal when I'm in there. So I had this dream about Anubis. And I was in this space with Anubis, and Anubis handed me this key. And he says, go. And only a true heart that holds that key can unlock the door. You must have that to unlock that door. And he said, go. And I'm walking down this path, and here's this door in front of me. And I take the key, and I'm looking at him, and he just points. Only your true heart can open that door. True divineness. And I was like, and I remember I was looking at the key, and I'm like, and I put the key in, and I turned it. And when the door opened, there was this flood of light that came out. And I was able to step through it. When I stepped through it, I ended up in this huge, like, library that had all these ancient texts in it. And I was just all like, whoa, this is really cool. You know, I was all excited because I was sitting down with all of these books. And a lot of people had commented in after they saw the video and said it was the hall of Amante. I hope I'm saying it right. But I knew it was a very Hermetic type of place I was. And it had all of these books, and these books were like golden on the outside. But when you open it, it had all this beautiful text in it, but it would decipher itself in front of you so that you could read it. So it's the same scenario. Your key that you have is just an extension of yourself. You are the key. So when we are talking about what lies behind your door, you can take a door right now, close the door, and say, okay, what's on the other side of your door that's waiting for you? What are you creating that you want to divinely align with? That's your door. Behind your door. What is it? What is there that you want to divinely align yourself with? So when you give yourself permission to align with that, you're able to open that door and you have that alignment. It's not going to be a disappointment. It will be exactly what your thoughts created on the other side. Because remember, we go back through our teachings about the 68 seconds. 68 seconds is what it takes to manifest a thought in the universe. Okay? So here's the thing. If you are constantly saying to yourself, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I'm not making any money. I'm not making any money. Do you see how many times when you say that? Okay, when you have the presence of your being as a divine person that you are, your divineness, your Heka, when you say that, you're forgetting how powerful you are because you keep creating that same scenario because you keep saying it. So now you have to clean that up, get rid of that energy so that your subconscious mind and super subconscious mind will stop recording it as truth and as a belief. You have to totally shift that. So when we talk about opening doors or opportunities in alignment, you are literally saying, okay, behind my door, I see myself having this, or I see myself owning this, or I see myself connecting with this, or I see myself in a beautiful relationship, or I see myself working the job of my dreams, or I see myself, my business is successful. Nobody ever said if you're an entrepreneur and you are moving into your own business, no one ever said it was going to be easy. Because you are your own boss. You show up when you want to show up. You do it when you want to do it. You put out whatever you're creating. But your frequency and your vibration has to align with what you're creating so that others will gravitate to it. Okay? It's just like this. All right? So bear with me. I'm going to give you this alignment. And I know a lot of you, as you are spiritually becoming these beautiful divine beings and you're waking up out of your amnesia that you were forced into against your will, thank you very much, and you're coming out of that. So now, hello, darling, hello. So you're coming out of your amnesia. So when your vibration and your frequency is on high, you become this magnet. You become a magnet of light. Okay? You're walking around becoming that. Now, come on. Those, sister in the house, you know what I'm about to tell. All right? So you know if you're walking with your magnetism and your divineness and your light, you can go walk into, I don't care, walk into a restaurant, walk into, say like a Sally's or hair place. Ain't nobody in there. Nobody's in there. And my best one yet to this day was going into Jamba Juice to go get a juice. I'll never forget this. I decided to pick a Jamba Juice place because I was going to go into Barnes and Nobles. I went into Barnes and Nobles and I said, I'm thirsty. Let me go grab something at Jamba Juice. I went into Jamba Juice. There was nobody in there. Nobody. Nobody was in there. Matter of fact, the people behind the counter were kind of like standing around. This is what I'm talking about. Your alignment, your vibration, what it does, how it expands. Nobody's in there. I put my order in. They're making it for me. And because they were taking their time making it, I was in there too long. Then all of a sudden, they had a line outside the door. They literally got freaked out because it had been so slow, nobody was coming in. And I come in, I'm in there, for like maybe 6, 8 minutes, and all of a sudden they got to line out the door. That's what I'm talking about. When you step into a space, you're divinely aligned in that creative energy. Your light is so bright, it attracts. So think of yourself like a crystal, okay? Because that's what we're going into. We're becoming crystalline beings where we are amplified, okay? We're amplified beings. You amplify whatever you think of, all right? Whether it's good or bad, you amplify that. So if you are this walking crystal being who just went into Jamba Juice when there was nobody in there, you're just waiting on your juice, like, and I'm noticing, okay, I'm noticing how all of a sudden all these people are coming in and they're trying to hurry up, and on top of that, the there was a new trainee there. And boy, when they had the line outside the door, it got super busy. Okay. This is what I'm talking about, your alignment. Okay. You know what I'm talking about, Marty. We can go in anywhere. It could be dead in there. Nothing going on. You be in there too long, it gets super busy for those people. I literally even have a crystal store that I go to, and she even noticed it. She says, "Oh, I'm so glad you came in today. How long are you going to stay in here for a little bit?" Hi, darling. Hi. And I was like, why? She said, because every time when you come in, it gets busy in here. It gets busy. I said, really? So they always laugh. And I usually like to go in there around a new moon, a full moon, or some kind of special moon event, whatever's happening. And I just show up and they go, oh, hi. And I stand there and I'll be watching, and all of a sudden it just starts getting busy. But I have to be careful because if I'm going in to go take care of something and it starts to get like that, I'm like, okay, I've been in here too long. I gotta go. Gotta go. Same thing, went down to Tucson. This is the time when I was working at the spa. Went down to Tucson. We were down there buying some crystals. Crystals! Need I say more? And so we're in this one area looking at these crystals from Brazil. There's nobody there. Nobody. Okay. So she's picking out all the different crystals that she wants to bring into the spa and stuff, and nobody was there. It was just us having a good time picking out stuff. I start touching stuff, start looking and giggling, and oh, I like this one. And next thing you knew, I looked around. His whole tent area was swamped with people. I looked and I go, oh, shoot. And then it started interfering with her buying because she was trying to purchase stuff, but she couldn't get everything done because he had to keep stopping and answering questions. And I said, I step out. So I stepped out of the tent and I walked across and I watched. And then she was able to finish doing what she's doing. So then her guy comes up to me and says, why are you standing over here? I said, because if I go in there, it get kind of crazy and I got to let her get her stuff done. He said, what are you talking about? I said, okay, watch. So he stood off to the side. I went in. It was just her in there. Okay, I go in, doing my thing, just standing in there. And then all of a sudden, he goes, whoa, got super busy. And I said, okay, now watch. I step out. I stand over there. That's what I'm talking about, okay? This is what we do. When you are in alignment with what you do and you live a passionate life and you don't give up on your dream. I know a lot of you feeling like you're being tested. I know a lot of you are feeling like, shit, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me just go get a 9-to-5 job and do that until I can get things on base. Okay, then just make sure that aligns with you, that it feels okay, that you're going to do it in a good balanced way. It's not just about the money, but you're doing it to be a service. Sometimes what happens, pay attention, lovelies, we lose the intention of why we're doing something. We think it's all about the money. It don't have nothing to do about the money. Okay? If you are doing something that feels directly aligned with you and you're passionate about it, the money will follow. And it's very, very true because you're not thinking of the money. It will come to you in different ways. Okay? So I really, really want you to think about this today. When you are looking and working with your key, you set your intention with your key of what type of journey that you're taking today. And what do you want to align yourself with? What is behind door number 1, number 2, number 3? Which door do you want to align yourself with? Which one do you feel a more divine alignment? Because it is all about what you're creating, what you're aligning yourself. What is your set intention of the day? This is that alchemy practice that we have to really get into alignment with, where we're not just expecting something outside of ourselves that's going to give us what we're looking for. No, you have to create that alignment energy and know that you represent that 68 seconds. That's the truth of it. And this is such a challenge for all of us because it's so much easier to tie it into something, and then when it doesn't go right, you can blame it. Right? No. Don't get to anymore. This is a new day, a new ball of wax. You're the creator. You're creating the alignment. And if you got stuff from your past sitting on you, strongholds. Strongholds are those pathways into our mental and our emotional selves, into our spiritual that goes into our physical selves. Those stronghold beliefs are not just yours. It might be your mother's, your father's, your grandmother, your grandfather, their mom, their dad, their mom, their dad, and it just keeps latching on to the DNA. And the DNA holds the file, and then you keep showing up with that file until you say, you know what, I don't want to be aligned with that energy. We're going to go ahead and clean that up. We're going to go ahead and just move that out. Because that's their belief energy. That is not my belief I'm carrying at this time. I'm not carrying that. I'm not consenting to it. It takes a lot to recognize something that is getting on top of your space that's causing havoc. So when we talk about you set your intentions of the day with your key, you literally are seeing, you're holding that thought, you're breathing into it, you feel it. You already know it's done. And you emanate that frequency, that vibration of knowing it's done. And if the subconscious mind is still holding that trickery, you simply just say, hey, subconscious mind, that is an old belief, and I don't consent to that anymore because it's false. Super subconscious mind, override that, clear it, and treat it. Super subconscious mind comes in and said, all right, get out of here, falsy. You've had your time. I'm coming in cleaning house. All right, get out of there. And subconscious mind says, but I like being in here because I get to rule how long they stay in the old false belief. And super subconscious mind comes in and says, no, I'm overriding you. Goodbye. I know. I got a little visual there. But come on, you understand what I'm saying. It's the truth. It is the truth. So I want you to really today think about the door. Think about the door. Okay? What lies behind the door? You know I'm telling you the truth. What lies behind your door? Did you know when you're in your home and when you have the doors open and close or whatever, you go into it, those are portals that you're stepping into. That's why when you go out and you come back in and you said, what did I come in here for? And you're like, and you forgot. Each doorway, now what I'm about to say might kind of trip you out, but think about it. There's no time, right? Really, there really isn't. There's past, present, future, but it's all together. So every time when you step through an arched doorway, that's a portal. And that's a different timeline. So I'm going to share with you, I was playing around one time with the new energy I got. And I said, okay, I want to prove the theory about portals and timelessness and alignment. Kid you not, this is what I did. I took one of my crystals, I stood, made a circle, and said, okay, now get this. My subconscious mind is not going to know what's real or not. It only is going to compute what I'm saying. Keep that in mind. So I'm making this circle. And I said, I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to do an alignment here. Okay? This is back in the day when I was living in my other old apartment. I did it. So I said, I'm going to step through this portal. I stepped through the portal. And then I said, I know where I started my portal. So I can come back to it and step back through it. Just like how you watch in the shows when they step through a portal and they go to a different dimension and they got to find a portal to get back out of it and come back to their present time. Okay, I did the same thing. So I did it and I said, I want to just be on this higher vibration. I'm going to stay on this. So I did it. So I was in this portal energy and I'll never forget this. And I said, I'm going to go to Barnes and Nobles. I went to Barnes & Noble. Now, keep in mind, I went to Barnes & Noble in my energetic portal on a different timeline. Okay? So I did it. And I'm just like, let's just see. I just want to see analytically. Because I'm always thinking about something, how to figure it out. I go into Barnes & Noble. And I go and I look for a book. I find a book. But as I'm standing there, it was the weirdest thing. And I noticed it off the bat. Normally, I go into Barnes & Noble. I'll see young people, women or something in the alchemy section, card section, spiritual section. I'll see them. I was literally in the aisle being bombarded by all these men looking for things. They just started showing up, coming at all these different men in that whole aisle. And I was literally, I was like, excuse me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And then there was this one man that came in and he was like talking to himself, talking really loud, and he was going to come in, and all of a sudden he locked eyes with me, and he was going to start coming. I said, it's time to go. So I got my book, and I was moving. He was following me, and I was like, I got to get out of here. I got discovered. Got to get out. So I get out. I get up to the register. I pay for my book. I get out, and he literally stops after I get out the door of Barnes & Noble because it was set up in the mall section. And I get out the door, I turn around. He literally stops at the door and then turns around and goes back in. And I said, what do? I was really. So I rushed back, got back to my apartment, I marked it. I had a crystal where I started the portal. I found the crystal. I opened up the portal door. I come out of it. I closed it back down. I said, I don't think I want to try that anymore. Never did it since. It was too weird. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? So I was just like blown away with that. I said, okay, I test out the theory because I wanted to see what would happen if I set it up like that. And it literally was like, whoa. I was on a different timeline. I was in this portal energy. And that's what my experience was. And then this energy of this one younger man saw me and it was like following me. And I was like, boom, got out and came back, closed it down. I haven't done that. No. Now, if I have to go in and do a healing on someone, I'll make my containment, make my pyramid, connect. I'm good. But that one, I was testing it out. I just wanted to see the theory, if it would happen like that. And yeah, okay. So I'm telling you right now, when you set an intention and you program that intention and you step through it, that's what it becomes. Okay? This is what time it is for all of us. So you got a lot of gifts that were sitting dormant, lovelies. They were sitting kind of quiet. They would show up every now and then. And then all of a sudden, now you got the upgrade. And now you're doing things that is so much easier for you. You'll understand how to do something if you're not tech savvy. All of a sudden the technology gets dropped down and you're like, okay, I got it. You find an easier way to do something, not a difficult way. Difficult way is third, dense, dimensional. Think of everything that you're doing dimensionally, that you can move through the dimensions. So if you go to BDAL 1014 and you look up his video on the firmament, okay, and you look at that, he explains it to the T of how the layers and how that firmament is up here. And the reason why I bring this up, and I want you to really think about this, okay, if you visualize yourself like a crystal, that you're inside a crystal, you're inside of it, and you program that crystal, and it radiates out and it attracts and brings in whatever it is to the crystal. Okay, it does that. Quartz is an amplifier. What is the difference if we have this beautiful sky blue crystal-like dome over us? That is a living plasmic energy, okay? And you have to send out thought waves to get to the magnetosphere to pull things in as a match. Because as long as you stay right under the firmament energy, it's capped. Think about that. Your belief center will say, I can't go beyond that. You might not be thinking it, but somewhere in that subconscious mind is telling you, I can't go beyond that. Who said that to you? Where is that in your belief? Because anything that is not of its truth, that you are still holding on to, that's blocking you, you have to undo it. Undo it and make it not true for you anymore. We are going to be in some deep energy, and it's already coming in if you don't already feel it. It's going to test the shit out of all of us. It's going to make you feel like you want to give up. It's going to make you feel like I'm overwhelmed. It's going to make you feel tired. It's going to make you feel all these weird things. But I need you to stand in your light and allow yourself to create from within that. Okay? So put it on your calendar that 4-4, we are opening up the containment. Notice how we're doing it 4 days prior before the solar eclipse starts. Now, why would I be doing that? Why would Spirit say, no, you got to start 4 days before? Why? Anybody can tell me why? Put it in the chat. Why would Spirit say, no, you got to start 4 days before it actually starts? What's the purpose of that? Why would all of us have to come in and set the containment at that time? Why do you think that? Oh, come on. Chocolate Cosmos, you're the cosmos. Are we playing human chess or are we playing cosmic chess? Why would we start 4 days before the solar eclipse is coming in? What are we doing? Setting up the foundation for it. Yes, exactly. Building momentum in space. Exactly. Because when we come together and create a containment, it's like this. And they've said it in many, many shows. Those who create the magic control the magic. Okay? If you create the energy and you hold that containment, we're able to bring in that light. We're at 70% light on this planet right now. According to Huna Flash, what he said on Aaron Lyons' show yesterday. We're at 70%. That's freaking amazing. 70%. Which means what? We get to override shit. Their greatest fear is that we will never know our true power of ourselves and that we will never wake up to see the lies. That's their greatest fear. I'm sorry. Time up. We're waking up. So yes, setting the foundation. Yes, building the momentum. This is why when we do things and you do it for a long period of time, you are creating that stronger energy containment. So imagine, just bear with me. Imagine if you had 20 people on a drum. Each person, when you enhance your light, you take up at least, your light emanates to at least 10,000 people, whether they know it or not. But what if we had 25 people doing it? What if we had 50? What if we had 100 people doing it? Just showing up, saying, I'm committed. I'm doing it. I'm putting my vibration signature in on this day. So it's important when we all meet online on 4/4 at 4:48 p.m. Pacific time. I don't care what time it is on your time. You can drum softly. You can even do it on your lap if you want to. We are creating the heartbeat, higher vibration for Mother as she is ascending into the higher realms. It's not going to just stop at 5. It's 6 and 7 and 8. Okay? We have to stop thinking limited, because you got to give yourself the key to go beyond limitation. Does that make sense? So I will have all the info there. This is the beautiful chai that I'm drinking today, and I'm loving it. It also supports the black rhinos. So each time you buy it, you're supporting this. They are an endangered species. So let's take a look at the cards on this Friday. And don't get distracted with stuff. Stay focused in your work. Stay focused. You start sliding down slippery slopes, come into the group. Get into your private groups with each other. Talk to each other. Talk it out. Okay? You have to do that. Hi! So make sure you do it. Okay, we're going to have the message of the day. Everyone put that on your calendar. Okay? If you're a part of the Beast of Light tribe, your light is needed. And on those certain days, we will be running codes. And during those 4 days of prep, before we get to solar eclipse, everyone go light. Go as light as you can. With your food, liquids, go as light as you can. Because if you don't, I kid you not, you are going to feel it. You're going to feel the in your stomach like everything just stopped. Okay? Go as light as you can for those 4 days of prep till we get to the solar eclipse. Go light. Okay? You got to go light. I'm telling you now so that you know. You might have your cravings, but what's going to happen when we start that medicine, you're going to start just feeling like I got to just do water. Okay? You're not even going to be hungry. You're going to be feeding off of vibrational light, divine light. So go light. Just go light. I was hearing it and I was like, oh, but I was like, now after I've been feeling what it felt like with the lunar eclipse, I said, God, if I'm feeling like this with the lunar, I could just imagine what the solar is going to feel like. So I said, oh, forget it. Go light. Nourishment, 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 but just go light. Shh. I like that. Okay. I'm going to do another one on top of this one. Where'd it go? And one more, because I want more clarity. There we go. Okay, so the first card, we have change. We got that change. Okay? Change is upon us. We definitely know that. We got the Six of Swords. And the cards I'm using for that is called the Gil. I love this set, the Gil cards. Okay, I will save the key ones for last so that you can see and find your key. Inner dialogue, message from the light. Inner dialogue. In order for things around you to change, here we go, you must first change your inner dialogue. I love it. Okay, the two medicine cards. Okay, so when I saw the first card, I said, let me get another card, put it on. What are the chances? Okay, you're going to see what I'm going to say. Here's the new moon card, new moon energy. It's the 12. What are the chances of me getting a full moon card? Can we scream right about now? Can't make this stuff up, people. I'm like, oh, let me put another one on top of that. Just pull another card. Oh, what's the chances? Ah! And our keys, here's your first picture. See if you can find your key. It's laughter. Sometimes don't be so serious. Have a little bit of laughter. Find your key. Where's the key in this picture? Did you find it? Who's going to type it in? Did you find the key? Everyone should find it. There you go. And the next one is grounding. Look at this. Okay. There is, this is the easy one, where the key is. I think that's the only one in this one, grounding. Okay. Notice how they're showing the mushrooms and grounding and centering. Exactly. Okay, so make note of that. Tomorrow we'll be on for some more teachings about what's your key. So I'll pop on a little earlier because I do have a class I want to attend at 10. And we're going to talk about when you put your key in and you open a door and it might be something that scares the living crap out of you. How do you prepare for that? Okay. So lovelies, be good to yourself. Know that we have to talk about our inner dialogue and our change. But come on now. What's the chances of this? Come on. Come on. Can't believe that. All right, be good to yourselves. If you have any questions, feel free to leave questions. I'll get back to you. I'm going to put those pictures of the cloud formation that I saw in the community so you can take a look at it. And it was like, whoa, this is beautiful. It looked like a jellyfish up in the sky. It really did. It looked like a jellyfish. So any questions before we depart? Any questions? Anybody needing loving support so that you are not feeling like you are by yourself? You're not alone. This is the Be So Light tribe. We hold you up. We don't cripple you. We don't do codependency things here. We're not doing that. We just hold sacred space for you so you can remember who you are. Period. Is everyone good? All right. Say it with me. I am divinely aligned. I am divinely seen. I am divinely heard. I am divinely loved. And the wind is whipping up. Listen to that. Ooh, love it. Be so light. Like and subscribe, but be your light. Be divine. All right, lovelies. Thank you so much. This has been, thank you for being patient with me to get on. I had to charge up my phone and to get things in process. But please be loving and kind to yourself. Please do not get caught up in drama land. Know that it is Friday. Know that you're going to see weirdness. Okay? Just know that. There will be some people losing it. And just say, light, keep on walking. Divine light. Divine love. Snap out of that timeline. Snap into a new one. All right? All right. I love you all. See you all tomorrow. We're going to work through this and start getting prepared for your drum. So if you don't have a drum, it's okay. We'll talk about ways that you can do that heartbeat. Okay? All right, lovelies. Much love to all of you. Bye.